Hi, my name is Edwin Sandoval, and today I'm going to tell you about mechanical fluids. And today I'm going to explain you static force and flat submerged surface. A fluid exposed to a liquid such as a gate, valve in a dam, the wall of a liquid storage tank, or the hull of a ship at the rest is subject to the pressure of the fluid distributed over its surface. And flat surface hydrostatic force form a system of parallel force, and often it is necessary to determine the magnitude of the force and its point of application, which is called the center of pressure. In most cases, the other side of the place is open to the atmosphere, like the right side of a gate, and where atmospheric pressure acts on both sides of the plate, leading to a zero resultant. In this case, it is convenient to subtract the atmospheric pressure and work only with the manometric. The next topic was submerged rectangular plate. Consider a field submerged rectangular flat plate of height B, and which A, which is included, makes an angle U with respect to the horizontal, and whose top edge is horizontal and lies a distance from the free surface along the plane of the plate as shown in the figure. You about hydrostatic force on submerged curved surface. For a submerged curved surface, determination of the resultant hydrostatic force is more complicated, since integration of pressure force that changes direction along the curved surface is often required. In this case, the concept of pressure premise is also not of much help due to the complicated configuration with which one deals, and the easiest way to determine the resultant hydrostatic force acting on two-dimensional curved surface is to determine the horizontal and vertical components. And separately, this is done when considering the free body diagram of the block of liquid enclosed by the curved surface and the two flat surfaces, one horizontal and the other is vertical, that pass through the two ends of the curved surface as shown in the figure. And pressure gauge, the manometer, is measuring instrument for the pressure of fluids contained in closed containers. There are two types of manometers, and depending on whether they are used to measure the pressure of liquids or gas. Many of the devices used to measure pressure use atmospheric pressure as a reference level and measure the difference between real or absolute pressure and atmospheric pressure, calling this value manometric pressure. These devices are called manometers and work according to the same principle on which mercury and barometers and aneroids are based gauge pressure is expressed either above or below atmospheric, and pressure devices that serve exclusively to measure pressures below atmospheric or negative are called a vacuum gauge, also vacuum gauge. The next topic is a vacuum gauge, an instrument that allows the measurement of pressure when it is lower than the pressure of the atmosphere is called vacuum gauge. That is why it is said that vacuum gauge measure vacuum gauge have a sensor that can measure pressure with great accuracy regardless of the type of gas. These devices are also noted for their stability and for having a reduced dependence on temperature. Actually engage at atmospheric pressure graphics. The next topic at atmospheric is exact pressure, gauge, and absolute. Okay, when pressure is measured relative to a perfect vacuum, it is called absolute pressure. When measured relative to atmospheric pressure, it is called gauge pressure. The concept of gauge pressure was developed because almost all gauge reached zero when opened to the atmosphere.